Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary done by Diggity. This is MSL Season 3, the round of 8. The continuing matches between Mind and Mania. This is the third match in this series. And it's on Blue Storm, and really on Blue Storm we've seen a lot of aggressive play. Not as much with Terran on Terran, Mind starting in the bottom left-hand corner, Mania starting in the upper right-hand corner. We'll see if there's any cheese. The only cheese I've seen attempted was between 9-10 and I think it was Lomo, and he ended up losing that, getting out-microed. I mean, yeah, never mind, I won't get into that. But yeah, we'll see if there's cheese, but it's really hard to do Terran versus Terran. And actually, wow, looks like Mania is going to send out that very early SCV, and Mind sending out that SCV too very early, so they're going to end up seeing each other across the middle. And the question is are they going to continue with the cheese, or are they just going to continue with their kind of switch their strategy? And here are the SCVs seeing each other. Mania looks like he's going to turn around a little bit, try to go after that SCV. You can see the you can see the look on his face, like, oh well, there goes that. And so my guess is seeing the SCV come across the middle, both players are just going to go with the Supply Depot. If they really wanted to get creative, they send a second SCV after this. Yeah, Supply Depot going down for Mania, and his Supply Depot was probably going to be going up shortly for Mind. Yeah, he's going to put the Supply Depot at the refinery position. Apparently, if you have the top to bottom and you put a Supply Depot there, you can mine a little bit faster. I'm not sure if I believe it. I would like to see an actual experiment on that. But if the pros are doing it, hey, maybe it actually does work. Anyway, I would expect to see more aggressive play, maybe kind of a 2-factory rush build on this map. Simply because, yeah, it's smaller, it's 1 versus 1, but saying that, in the last match, I saw Terran versus Terran, where it was between Mind and I Love UV. It actually turned into a very late, long kind of macro matchup, and both kind of trying to scout in each other's bases as long as possible with those failed SCV. That's got to be embarrassing if you're that SCV. Go out and be aggressive. Sorry, Chief, screwed up. And getting the barracks down. Looks like Mania is putting that barracks down kind of at that forward position. Mania a little bit behind, or I'm sorry, Mania doing it right at the forward position. Mind doing it a little bit behind, kind of that choke position. That's not going to be a huge difference in play. Trying to get a little harass. Yeah, gas going down. And actually, we'll see if that Supply Depot actually plays a difference here. Because if it does, in fact, increase kind of that gas intake and make it basically produce faster, that could give an advantage, especially in matches which is most certainly to come down to mech here, and who can get their mech out fast enough, and maybe even who can have a very successful vulture harass. That might be the difference here. And as you can see, basically equivalent builds here. Another Supply Depot going down for Mania there. And wow, still a lot of harassment happening here. Did manage to take out the SCV building that barracks, and being satisfied with that single kill, that SCV is going to return home victorious. And a factory going up, kind of out of position. I don't know who he's fooling. He's not going to hide that factory. And that's odd positioning for it on Mind's part, in my opinion, putting it to the farther northern corner. Really, actually, I think that might even be within siege range if he's not careful. And more SCVs, yeah, going and mining the gas there. And really, the question here is it going to be kind of an early vulture push? Are they just going to ignore that and go for kind of a quick tank? Or are they expand now? And really what I would like to see is just kind of dual factories and kind of a vulture on vulture action here, which I think could be very successful here because, again, it's a small map. There's kind of a lot of kind of pushing around flanking opportunities. So we'll see what these guys decide to do. And if it comes to that, really, I think it could be a dead even heat there. I think Mind is a little bit better macro-wise and a little bit more solid player in general. Mania actually going for that fast expand, and actually both players going for the expand. Just going to produce a vulture, probably a single vulture to kind of defend at that position. And yeah, at that northern position where it can be hit by a siege tank, I'm very surprised. Kind of odd play on Mind's part, in opinion. I'm not sure why he has that. Maybe to spot out the early siege tank. If it comes, he's going to kill that SCV as it was coming down the ramp. But yeah, two Marines in that SCV out, and it looks like Mind is going to actually push his SCV down, or I'm sorry, his vulture down. And actually, it looks like he's going to put it in that corner because going for a machine shop, but really not unorthodox going for a machine shop after the first vulture is produced. Nothing kind of crazy about that, so I'm not sure why he has it in that position. Maybe it's just in position just in case that SCV comes in to try to catch it off guard. It's not going to be able to go to any of the common areas. Barracks floating in the night right there past each other. Two vultures out for Mind, so actually if he pushes down, he might be able to catch a little bit of an advantage, because I think I don't think there's a second vulture out for Mind there. Actually, Mania Mania, I should say. Second factory going down now for Mind, and he did finally get that second vulture produced. So yeah, these 2 vultures going to press in, but those 2 Marines getting killed. But if he can take that, yeah, he did take that SCV down. That's going to delay that. Wow, managed to take out a decent amount of SCVs there. Well, 2 SCVs and delay the command center, and now that barracks is floating above, so gonna get a spot on the base, everything happening there. Really well for Mania. Mania getting the starport down in the meantime, immediately gonna go into dropships, which I think are his strength. I don't think Wraiths, he might go Wraiths here, but I don't think that's advised. It looks like he's catching Mind's barracks out of position, so Mind, I think, very quickly needs to rush up and try to defend his barracks there. I don't think he's done producing factories. Let's see if he can basically save his barracks. Yeah, he's gonna come, these vultures are gonna push up now. Let's see if he can, and he does have the spider mine upgrade, it looks like, and let's see if he can save that barracks. Gonna float it back around towards that secondary. That tank's kind of at the position, but I think those vultures are just gonna slip right by. Let's see, yeah, he's gonna push up, gonna drop a couple mines there to take care of the tank. 1 vulture goes down, able to take that tank down, takes down both Marines, and now mines planting. He's just going to put those mines out so that tank can't come out. Going to take out a couple SCVs and get a little bit of revenge for earlier, and really disrupt a lot of the economy. Wow, Mania pulling all those SCVs back actually at this point, trying to draw that tank in, and a lot of wow, a lot of mines down. So those tanks are going to be came out, and Mind is kind of dedicating to kind of a mass vulture push, which I was kind of hoping to see. Going to just kind of mine up Mania back into his base and just kind of plant mines outside outside that expansion. Because but interestingly enough, with these vultures down at this position, the question is, will Mind have anything for Wraiths? Should Mania decide to go Wraiths? He does have that command. Looks like that control tower up. He has 2 starports up, which really suggests to me he might be going for a Wraith build here. That armory is up for Mind, so he can. Let's see if he decides to go Goliath. He does have a tank out, so he will be prepared. An academy up in the meantime, but again, those tanks being severely delayed by those mines, and Mind, big advantage for him here. He's halted production at that expansion for Mania for a decent amount of time, enough, and especially denying that gas. That's really crucial. But wow, only a single factory. Wraiths are being produced for Mania. Let's see if that pays out for him. But 2 Goliaths out. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to detect anything. I don't think he doesn't have an academy. He doesn't have an engineering bay. But again, kind of being hit production-wise. And really, I think Mind might be prepared for this because again, he had those Goliaths out. I'm not sure how much of a spot he got in the base. 2 more factories going down. He has a starport of his own, but I think he's going to opt for a dropship. And that could be actually devastating if that dropship gets caught out in the open, basically. 2 Rays coming down now for that harass. Now, let's see if Mania is basically going to pull out a victory here. Still no detection up for Mind at this point. He does not have an academy up. He does not have an engineering bay up. So he can't produce turrets. So he's going to be losing basically a lot of resources at this secondary at the very least. Now those Cloak Rays in position. Mind realizing he has Goliath out, but nothing basically to take care of it. And you can see a little bit of aggravation there, a little bit of emotion there. Now getting the academy down, and surprised that Mania is just inflicting damage here and not pressing down. One Wraith recloaking it there, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the 3rd Wraith that came up. It was not cloaked yet. And I'm surprised he's not going up and harassing basically the tech that's going up. Really, for a successful Wraith rush, what you need to do is you need to go up and make sure that academy doesn't go up, make sure that engineering bay doesn't go up, and do as much damage that way while you're resupplying Rays forward. That academy almost up. I'm surprised academy over engineering bay, and here comes a dropship in. I'm not sure who that dropship belongs to, though. It's kind of